All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors and blessings to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. And salutation to you, Akim, out there teaching the truth and sincerity and staying strong in the faith. And Shalom to elect. This is the brother Urala Ban Yahweh Ban Yasha'Allah. And just my motivation today is going to will America be great again? And is civil unrest and martial law in the scriptures. And the first topic we're gonna get on, is America gonna be great again? Cause seeing that it's not, which we all know that, because as you see the prophecies come to pass, this according to the scriptures. And I just want to stick on one of the things being it's like as far as dealing with America, the jobs, Because with this guy, you got this guy Donald Trump. He just been elected president. So we're gonna see. We still got to the time he gets in office. But one of the things he have said was, he's gonna cut off like the benefits of like as of like Section 8, welfare, and so forth. And people getting food stamps and so forth. But he may just be the one to even cut off the job too. But cutting off those benefits that I just named is gonna cause a havoc. All right, but we're gonna through the spirit, I'm gonna go through and try to edify. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Now, when I'm talking about the keepers of the house, I'm talking about those elite stock markets. All right, it says shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. Now, the grinder is talking about the jobs, because ultimately there ain't gonna be no jobs, man. Later down the line, when these prophecies come to pass, it ain't gonna be no jobs for everybody to have. Okay, so because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Right. So the door is gonna be it's gonna be shut. There ain't gonna be no jobs. Okay. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right. We know what the daughters of music I'm talking about. I'm talking about these celebrities. All right. These singers. These like these women singers, like one of them being was Whitney Houston. It's gonna be more, and then that's things like that. What the scripture is saying is showing you that there's no America's not gonna be great, because what's so great to us the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that's a great thing that the job's gonna cease. America's whole system is falling. That's great to us, but to the average American that don't know the truth and that's living in pleasure in this life, that's not great to them. All right, and seeing things like that don't show signs of America becoming great again. Okay. Now I want to go to the other scripture. So like, give me a second. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right, and that Egypt is talking about America. All right, because there's not going to be no jobs. So without no jobs, you ain't going to be able to get food. You ain't gonna be able to get clothes, no money. You ain't gonna be able to purchase anything, And with that being done, that's gonna cause riots, man. People gonna just start breaking in places and snatching stuff up, man. And even with Donald Trump coming in office and whatever, if that come to pass, we got to see what happens. But I believe he may be the one to come in and do it, But even just with the benefits that I named earlier, the Section 8, the women having welfare, the food stamps being cut off, all that being cut off. Because you remember when they did the little test back, it was if I'm not mistaken, it was a year ago, when they had cut the food stamp low. It was almost a havoc then. So seeing now that they're gonna cut it off permanently, that's gonna cause a riot, man, an uproar. All right, and those ain't signs of America being good. Okay, but I got one more scripture, and that'll be it on that topic. We can move on to the next one. This is Isaiah chapter 64, verse 13. I mean, Salakia 65 and 13. Cause this is for the prophets, all of us that's teaching in the truth. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Right. So I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going because the plain it speaks for itself. Behold, it says, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right, like plain speaking, we gonna get all those things that we need. We're gonna be able to eat. We're gonna be able to drink, and we're gonna rejoice because all this is coming to pass, man. We're gonna be happy when these prophecies and all hell break loose in America. Okay, but those who's not and that's not the elect and they've been scoffing against it as a mustard 2/3, they gonna be hungry and they gonna be ashamed and thirsty. Once all hell break loose, all right? Because ultimately, man, they gonna be eating each other. That's a prophecy, man. No, they gonna be eating kids, eating shit and leaves and so forth, socks, you know, because ain't gonna be no food in the latter times, man. All right. So that was pretty much it on that topic. And so the next one is martial law, is civil unrest and martial law in the scriptures, and we're gonna go through that. It's like I'm holding my phone. We're gonna start with Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 22. It says, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Right. I'm going to read it again. It says, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. And what's that troop? When martial law kick in, those Gerger troops, they going to come in kicking in doors and they going to be taking people, man. You know, they going to have roads blocked off. You ain't gonna be able to leave the cities, you know. So it says, Salakim. It says, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Right, and that was Jeremiah speaking, in that time speaking against the Israelites back then, because they was rejected. They actually wanted to put Jeremiah to death. But this time they also doing it too, because you know they don't want us on the highways and byways. And they, scoffing against the truth. But once these prophecies come to pass, man, they gonna see it, And it's gonna be a cry heard from the houses, like you see in the movies, man. When troops come kick, like when you just see a movie like when SWAT, like they send the SWAT unit into someone's houses, and what's the first thing you hear is a woman scream. That's how it's gonna be, all right. The man might try to get up and put up a resistance against them and get shot. The woman scream. The women will automatically scream once they be attacked. But I'm just using that as an example of what's gonna happen. So let me go to Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, "At last, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble." Right, and that's gonna be when all that hell break loose, martial law break loose. That's gonna be the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, because we ain't in those times right now, but those are times that's coming. Okay, it says, "Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it." Right. Who's the he that gonna be saved out of it? It's talking about the elect. All right, the elect is gonna be saved out of it. Okay, but even so, some of us is gonna be taken. You know, and I'm gonna read this last scripture, and I'm gonna end it on that. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Esau, the so-called white man, the elites, and the whole Edomite, they all the fucking devil. But it says, the devil should cast some of you into prison." Right. Yeah, and when they gonna start. They gonna come at us too, man. The prophets. Some of us gonna be taken and be cast into the concentration camps. Listen, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right. So that's martial law in itself, because we'll be taken in camps, along with 2/3 of the other people. Yeah, and the other nations, man, because it's just saying Israelites gonna be in there. Man, everybody gonna be in there. Okay, so that was pretty much it. I hope it's been edifying, and this has been my motivation. And with that, I say shalom.